Hi! How is everybody? Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've been here doing a gallery. I have had so much to do and I've been so busy. And let me mute this, make sure you guys can still hear it. Just so incredibly busy. Can you guys hear everything without a echo? Everything is okay? Nothing is echoing? Yeah, so I've been super busy and just I haven't had the energy to get on and just do one after another. And finally got a break. Summer school is here. So, okay, great. So, yeah, and I cleaned my house and purged my home so I can actually think again. So, I'm gonna go for about an hour, so until about 2 Central, and I'm glad to be here. So thanks everybody for joining me. You can go to my website, rebeccafoster.co, find out about the events coming to your area, and it's gonna be cool. So, all right, let's find everybody. Also, there's been a lot of people asking me to do, well, I have a private group that is designed specifically to help people who are trying to hone a gift to comfortably, without the fear of being bashed, to be able to comfortably pick up and throw things out that they are picking and hearing in an attempt to hone their gift. And being wrong is one of the ways of cutting off the energies and the channels that you are receiving information from that are wrong or that are incorrect. And so in this group, this is the point of the group. I kind of sit back and I watch and I guide where there's guidance needed. However, I pretty much stay out of things. And so a lot of people have been asking, can you do something as like a course or teaching us? So please, if you aren't in the Facebook page, God's Reader, there's also the private group that I'm talking about. Get on there. And if you're interested in honing a gift, then join. Okay, so I'm just going to read. And like I said, I'm going to go for about an hour. If you guys have other questions, I see that Kim Borders is here. I don't know if Lala, I know everybody is so busy. So, yes. Yes, Brenda, I purged my house. I can't even tell you how many bags of stuff and things and boxes I took to Salvation Army, and how many bags of garbage I threw out, and how many things I sold. Bye-bye. I don't like clutter. If I haven't touched it in 6 months, it's gone. Literally, I hate clutter. All right. So let's get started, shall we? And if I don't read you or don't pick up anything on you, it's not that I don't like you. It's just that I'm not picking up anything on you right now. So let's go with that. All right. And you guys are fast. And there's only 13 of you in here right now because I didn't tell anybody I was coming. See, it was a surprise. All right. So Darcy Rosner. The first thing that I can tell you right now that is coming up for you is, it almost, well, it obviously is financially related, and it looks like it is work. And it's funny because I'm looking at this going, wow, that's a big block of cheese. And I'm looking, thinking, but she's lactose intolerant. So I don't even know if you're lactose intolerant, but they're showing me this in this video saying that in order to get from here to here, you've got to either jump on or over this huge block of cheese, which kind of is dangerous because if you have if you're lactose intolerant or there's an allergy, there is a risk here. So what they're saying is that right now, be very careful with your money. And if you have some in savings, leave it in savings. Don't spend frivolously right now. Make sure that all of your money is staying where you would really need it. It's going to stay put until you need it. And it just feels like there is like a rumble, and that's what's represented by this huge block of cheese is a rumble. And also you're jumping over it and down, which is a heck of a lot easier than if you were down here and you had to like jump up and over it. So there is this ability to jump over it and kind of avoid some of the turmoil. I know sounds weird. However, it's almost just either something you're going through now or to let you know that this is going to be a small bump in the road of finances. And I'm wondering if this also involves like a partner or something. If this is not just solely your financial issue, but someone else's as well that you are having to kind of soften up and figure out. But it's quick and it's fast and you look like you handle it very well, like a really great stunt woman. Like, "Meow, boom, you just kind of jump over that cheese, right? Okay, perfect. Lala! There she is. You know what? I did it spur of the moment. So I wasn't expecting anybody on today, really. I was just like, whoever is subscribed is going to get a notification. So, okay. So Ashley Lynn, for you, first off, your creativity right now is one of the biggest, I can't explain it enough. Your creativity, your artistry, your ability to just explode. Not literally, okay? No combustion here. However, your ability to take something very ordinary or very plain and with either permission or with the ceilings removed to be able to take this further and create something pretty excellent here. And I almost feel as if you step out from behind the shadows, as if you are in the back of the room, kind of watching everything going on, being quiet, monitoring, figuring out what's happening. And then as they're saying, does anyone, and nobody's stepping forward, possibly out of fear of screwing up or fear of just not doing a good job. They don't want to be judged. You kind of step out of the shadows and you're like, I'll try it. And with that, it seems to lift you to another level. Now, the thing about this is very important is that when you are lifted to another level, the sad part actually is that the people around us either become insecure or jealous or both. And what they're saying is you're going to have to discern between what you see happening that's so positive in front of you and what you might be possibly outgrowing at the same time. So with that, if you have people who react negatively to your positive growth, give them an opportunity then to grow with you. We don't have to completely outgrow people unless we choose to, or if they choose not to grow. So when this explosion for you artistically occurs, see if there's people who would like to go with you because they very well might, and they just might be being big old babies and don't want to ask for it. But for you, regardless, you've got this growth and you are going to, God, this hair's in my face. You are going to move forward. It's up to you if you bring people with you. And it's up to them if they walk with you. All right. Annabelle, darling, how are you? I'm always thinking about you, Annabelle. I'm thinking there's so much going on around you that I'm aware of, I guess, that I always check on stuff. You know, there's Hunter, there's babies, there's so many things. And I think I'm just seeing everything that I understand and know kind of playing out in front of me at this point. So I'm pretty sure either something I've covered or that you are already aware of. It just where it feels where Hunter's girlfriend, I just went blank. Just totally went blank on her name. But I can see her face. She's about to embark on something and she's going to want your blessing on it. And I know wholeheartedly you're going to do it. So this looks like some part of the journey that you're going to be asked to partake in is on hers and helping support her, giving her the go ahead, the yes on something, which is important. All right. Christina Irwin, for you, hello. I'm being told to tell you, well, first off, I get a huge father figure whack, like boom, I'm just kind of hit with father energy. And then I'm being told that there is something on his end that you need to forgive. So it's like something a parent does that it doesn't have to be malicious or vicious, but it's something that a parent does that they may not even realize a child is carrying around and that you need to let go of. And it looks like this isn't an issue that might even affect how you deal with other relationships where trust is concerned. And um, it could be just that a person drinks too much. It could be, there's a lot of things that maybe they work too much. It doesn't have to be horrible. It it can be. But I'm just being hit with this energy like tell her, boom, there needs to be some forgiveness here for her, not so much for his energies or for his happinesses, but for her happinesses. And at the same time, then they walk you through a field. It's full of yellow flowers, and yellow represents happiness. It represents friendships, so maintain good friendships. And it also represents a little bit of melancholy or just upset or little ups and downs of depression. Um, so pay attention to yourself and your heart and get rid of things that no longer serve you, like purging your house, purge your soul, purge what energies you don't need to hang on to. They serve no good purpose in your life. Everybody should do that. All right. Oswood, let me flip down here really quickly. All right. Okay, so let me grab this really quickly. All right. I just read for Christina. Okay, Cindy LaRue. Cindy LaRue. Cindy, for you, real quick, they show you jumping, well, not jumping, but they're showing you in a long skirt, and you've got these really cute, like, cork heels on, and they're strappy around the ankles. You're standing on this side of the bridge, ready to cross. So, what they're quickly telling you is that you are about to leave your comfort zone and move to something that is scarier, riskier, just uncomfortable, something you have never done, or will be a new experience. And so the shoes always represent anything on the feet, represent feelings of being held back or the feelings of just being restricted. And it's great because as I'm watching this play out, you actually reach down and you start unstrapping these heels, you start taking them off. And that tells me to let you know there's like a confirmation up above that you're doing the right thing, that you are not going to carry a burden that is not yours. I mean, we should never carry burdens that we haven't put our signature on. And so this would be the shoes would represent a burden that would be a false burden, such as like guilt or and guilt that's not yours, or being falsely loyal to a certain person or a situation that you don't need to feel that way over, and letting go and going, okay, that's not mine to bear, and then moving over the bridge without anything holding you back. So this is important for you to know that it's okay for that to happen. All right. Lots of weird noises. Oswood. Oswood, you need a break. You need a break. And one of the things it's showing is almost like I want to see that this is a mix because see, you aren't so much an introvert. You are a person who, when out in public, people are attracted to. You are either loud or just voracious and just you're out there having fun, but you don't like people. So when you're home, you're a hermit and you don't answer your door and you stay away from things, and there's a little bit of cynicism in your energy, and that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with any of that. What that does tell me, though, is the fact that you seclude yourself as well, is that you get in your head quite a bit. And if you're in your head quite a bit, that means the good and the bad are also in your head quite a bit. Anybody who's in their head is talking to something, not themselves. And so, what you need to understand is spring is a time of rebirth and it's a time of new growth. And it's also very difficult because for a lot of people who are highly energy susceptible and aware, this can be a depressing time for people. For some it's winter, you know, they can't handle the darkness. But for my answer machine's gonna go. Hold on. People. Hold on. It's my shirt, people. Hello, this is Rebecca. Yes, uh-huh. Okay. Can I call you right back? Perfect. I'll call you back at like in like 45 minutes. Thank you very much. Bye. Sorry, it was the printing people. So they wanted to talk. I don't have time to talk. I thought it would be quick. Like a confirmation, wasn't that? Okay. So anyway, it's important that people like that understand that when you have all of this going on, if you're sensitive to the changes, April is very much a time of depression for some because it's all these new things that have to start. And all of a sudden, these souls recognize that, oh my gosh, here we go again, a whole new brand year of pushing and pushing and trying to make things happen. And so for you, Oswood, one of the things is just being highly aware that you're not here for you and that you probably make more of a difference than you realize in single people and individuals' lives, and that you have to pay attention to that. It's very important. It's very important. All right. That was strong. I mean, Oswald, you have some crazy energy yanking on me here. Some crazy energy. Okay. I just saw something. It actually, it's beautiful out today. It is beautiful out. It's like perfect weather. Yay. Okay. All right. So Christian Flynn. Christian Flynn. The one thing that I'm seeing here is that you're sliding down a slide. Who doesn't want to go down a big, wet slide? It's super fun. And you look like you're having fun. You're not in terror or anything. You look like you're actually riding the slide and having a good time sliding down it. Looks like you have little flip-flops on. Little capri pants, and you're laughing. Now, what normally would happen is this would be, I'm watching this over and over, just making, because they have me like swooped in on this very small part. And it's like, you're not moving, but I know you're going down. This is you having said bye-bye to something. So the need to let go and say goodbye to something, it almost feels like, oh, I made the right decision. Whew, I feel relieved. I feel like I thought I wanted to do this. I really thought this is something I was committed to doing this. I wanted to do it. I started the whole process, but it's telling me that this would mean that either this is going on now or is about to, and that you may commit to or get involved in something, and all of a sudden you sit back and go, I just don't know if it feels right. I feel like maybe I'm making the wrong choices. Maybe I'm not doing the right thing. I don't know if I should. That is your guide saying, back out, get out of it. It's not for you. And they're trying to stop you by making you feel like it's not the right decision. So trust that. Because as soon as you do, you're like, whew, you can exhale, you can breathe. So I don't care if you're about to get married next week and you've got everything paid for, and all of a sudden you're feeling sick to your stomach. And, there's a thing called, cold feet. People get cold feet because they're afraid of the same person for the rest of their life. But If you truly know in your heart it's the wrong decision and you still do it, that's on you. Don't do it. If you know it's the wrong decision, don't go, I already paid for the dress and the hall. And I already, that's not good enough. It's not good enough for the rest of your life because it won't be for the rest of your life. That kind of a thing. Okay, so that's for you. Diane Kratz, I think this is either the small dog, like the size of like a Shih Tzu Lhasa Apso, or a flat-faced cat coming through. And it's in my face. It's gotta be a dog. Small, creamy looking face, but it looks like it's got either black or brown blotches as backs up. If I turn this, so the right eye looks like it would have blotches on it. Sniffing. And also makes me feel like either you have a brace or a cast, or somebody around you has something on that's supporting, like a hand or an arm or a foot. Dog wants me to acknowledge something. So if you don't have these on, be careful. Don't trip and fall, and don't jam your fingers. Don't play football, that kind of thing. All right. Let's see. Yeah, so Diane, you've as I was pulling away, you must be gardening or doing I mean, everybody gardens right now, but the dog that's coming through is like sniffing and wants me to acknowledge new dirt or soil and new plants and stuff. So I'm supposed to acknowledge that. There's a puppy around you. I'm thinking this would be a living dog, or a dog that's passed over, and it may be that you've got a living dog that was either paired up with it or older than it. So that's pretty cool. Where? Okay, let's see. Heather M. Heather, I don't know if I'm getting something for you right away. I'm gonna have to come back to you. I don't want to sit for too long, but I don't see any visuals here. All right. Okay, got it. I think I read for most of you guys up here. Okay. Yes, yes, and yes, and yes, and Brenda. So Brenda, I'm to you here. Everybody can hear me. Brenda Moy. Brenda, you smell like a baby. Like they want me to acknowledge somebody around you pregnant or just having a baby girl. So I'm supposed to bring that up to you because you smell like fresh baby. You smell like a fresh baby. It's not you. It looks like someone around you, but you smell like a fresh baby. They have a certain smell to them, you know? It looks like a little girl. And did you guys see that behind me? I just saw that. It was right up here. There's nothing in the house. No kitty cat. Did you guys see the shadow back here? Right here just a minute ago? Across the top? I just saw it. Interesting. And I thought this house was clean. Yeah. Well, I've kind of had a feeling that I've got some hiders, and they can hide all they want. Because we're kind of tired of having them here. So, Brenda, again, babies. You smell like a baby girl. And then a CH, like Charles or Charlie, passed over. Then maybe bringing the baby down or having passed the baby down. So this, I'm wondering if this is a child that's coming down. So somebody is pregnant right now, because this grandfather figure has a little girl on his knee, and I'm looking at him and I'm getting like choo choo, like he's making choo choo noises and playing with her on his knee. So that's very cool. Okay. Yeah, Ashley, you've seen it. It's multiple times. There's nothing here. Like a car just went by, it didn't do it. There's nothing in the house to make these. What just did, see, it just did it again. Did you just see that? It just did it again. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Um, all right. Okay. So let me go back up here. I'm kind of fascinated by what's walking back and forth behind me right now. Yeah. Okay. And where the heck was I? Oh, Brenda. Okay. All right. And let's get back up here and make sure. So I got that. Got it. Um, all right, Mike, let's take a reading here. The one thing that I'm seeing for you is that you're walking, it looks like just a huge expanse, like a minefield almost, or like what used to be a minefield. It's already been trampled across and everything that's there is already blown up. It's like just a wasteland. And you're walking closer to me than across the wasteland, but I can see it all behind you. Like wartime. Like if you were to walk across something in like World War One or World War Two in France, that's what it looks like. And you've got these really heavy boots on. And every now and then you walk along and you kind of step down into these holes that have been blown up and created by these bombs, and you're stepping down into them. And then you stand there and you get back up and you move out. So what's really interesting about this is, one, the fact that you've got this past life information coming through right now is to help you to understand what's going in your life, on in your life right now. And people always want to know, what's my past life? Well, I'm never shown a past life unless it actually has an impact on this current situation. So this being a huge minefield, it's at some point you would have been, you're in a past life in a war, and you would have been a soldier. You probably would have died on the field. Okay. And I would assume you were blown up. So this lifetime, you would probably come back and have the inclination to be in the service, law enforcement, military, that sort of a thing. But the fact that you wear these heavy boots, this is where the past life residue comes in. Is it saying that there are a lot of things that you would be automatically susceptible to. So you want to watch for just easily being frustrated, or depression, anger, complete dislike of people, which is not hard in this day and age because there's just a lot of people out there who don't pay attention to life. And it's frustrating for those who do try to make it better. Um, and so you want to pay attention because those are part of the things that you're here to make a difference with in your own life and grow. So when you find yourself getting like short fused, frustrated, depressed, that is part of your hump to get over this time, to just figure out ways and means of getting over those things. And patience is one of the hardest things to learn. It's one of my lessons. I probably won't learn this lifetime again, and I'll be back to do it again. But the fact that you've got that going on, you've got these boots and you step down into the holes, you want to also make sure that you're not punishing yourself for things, that you don't just self-deprecate, that you are giving yourself a break to be human, that you're not perfect. And then take those damn boots off. They are heavy metal ass boots. You look like Zelda walking around in those steel boots where you get stuck the magnets, if you've ever played Zelda. I have. And it's one of those levels that takes a long time to get through. But every time you see a bomb hole, you step down into it. So you want to make sure you're not doing a self-sabotage, and that you are really enjoying the people around you, and that every time that one of these feelings hits, and it would probably hit hard because it's past life, that you can list off 10 things that you are thankful for, grateful for. It'll help reground you. So that's for you, Mike. Okay. Yes, Christian, I am refreshed. I no longer have blue hair. Well, the tips are blue a little bit still, but after like 30 washings, an inch off the bottom because I killed it. Oh, just too much. A little bit of sunlight, lost some weight, cleaned my house. It's refreshing to take a break. You got to do you. And as much as I think about everybody here, I mean, on all of the platforms and everybody I talk with and all the things that I do, never a day goes by when I think, oh my God, I got to get onto YouTube. I have to get into Facebook. And there's never a day that I don't check in with things because it's what I do. It's part of it's why I'm here. And so the break that I've had to take to get other things done so that I could be here was definitely needed. Volksfangel. You have what looks like a little boy like on your leg. So this tells me that this is probably a living child that is attempting to gain your attention, to get your attention, here to protect you, here to feed. Well, see, the thing is this, let me make this clear. Listen to this child because this child must try very desperately to get you either to focus, listen, do. And the problem is this when, for instance, if we lose a pregnancy, that spirit chooses then to work as a guide. And that voice that we hear, we tend to listen to because it's a voice. So they really do serve a really awesome purpose like that. But when the child comes through and is a child, we look at them and go, you're just a child. What do you know? Listen to him because he is obviously trying to give you something. He's trying to give you messages and he like feels like he would pull you in certain directions, especially when he feels like there's a need for you to move out of a situation or move away from a conversation. He will pull you. And so part of his frustration in this life would be guiding you and then you not listening. So make sure you pay attention to what he's telling you. As weird as it may sound, people may go, what are you talking about in front of this kid? Or where's he come up with this stuff? And it's not you, it's his connections. So pay attention. Okay. I'm glad to see everybody else here too. Hi, Lil. How are you, girl? That's a totally different conversation that I have to have with you. So I'm not going to read you here because I have to talk to you. I have too much to give you. All right. Hello, Alexis. How are you? There's more coming your way. More coming your way. And the one thing that you need, this is a break right now for you too, because I'm going to be tagging you in more things. And until then, you need to stay afloat because as I'm looking at you, you are in the water, girl. You are not on a boat. You are in the water, up to about here, treading, which tells me that you have, for whatever reason, you got in the water. Sometimes it's for self, sometimes it's a rash decision, sometimes it's to help others. And then we find ourselves in a pickle. And what you have to do right now is really use your logic. No emotion, cut emotion out of it. You can't get through something difficult or tragic if you've got emotion going on. You can't be an emergency room nurse if you're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You have to be like, okay, wits, tell me what I got to do. Okay, we need to do this. You need to shut off all emotion right now. You need to figure out the logical left-brained things that you need to do right now. And later, you can then dissect what happened and you can digest it and then throw it up all out of you so you don't hang on to it and acknowledge everything later. But in the meantime, right now, you need to deal with things on a logical, rational level. That will help you to go, okay, this is what needs to be done. I have to do this. And it won't be countered with, no, I need to do this. Oh, but. That's what needs to go is that whole other side, that emotional side that tries to counter what you are logically, rationally trying to accomplish. We all need to learn sometimes to do that. And right now, it's very important that you get your butt out of that water. So maybe I need to send you some stuff. Maybe not yet. Okay. All right. So that's for you, Alexis. Let's see. Shelby Girl 2004. Hello. You are walking in like you're walking across, the close up is on your feet, and there are like little stones or rocks or something that you are carefully walking across, and you are in little slip-on shoes. It's very sunny and beautiful, and I can see all of that. The water is clear. You've got these little fish in the water going, come on, you can do it. Come on, you can do it. And they kind of just pop their heads out of the water. Now that's good luck. I mean, that is good luck. That is blessings. That means that you are in a precarious situation where you can't turn around. You can't go back. You have to continue going forward. So it's basically saying finish what you started. Continue. Don't stop. Don't sit down. Don't do anything dumb. Just keep your focus. And see, now I'll tell you this too. This is very helpful. So if you stand, and some of you've probably heard me do this. If you've already heard it, go get a cup of coffee, okay? Or go to the bathroom, whatever. But find something that is far away. Focus on it. I don't care if it's across the city, across the street, across your living room. Find it and focus on it. And when you look at it, everything else around you blurs out. And I guarantee that you can maintain your focus on that really far away object, and you could make it without stubbing your toe. Super simple. The moment you take your eye off of that and you focus on the obstacles in front of you, now you're focused on the obstacles in front of you, and, oh, I better move this. Oh, this has to be picked up and put over there. Oh, this is in the way. Every mom knows what I'm talking about, because when you are going to do something, all those obstacles, the moment you take your eyes off of the dinner that's steaming off the oven, now you've got a sock to throw in the laundry basket, you've got crayons, you got dog hair, you got a cat needs water, you got a kid who needs some chocolate milk, okay? So maintain your focus. Don't take your focus off of the object, no matter how far away it is, because the moment you focus on the obstacles in front of you, which you don't have to, it's going to take you forever. And you may not even make it. I mean, I don't remember the last time it's like, I'm going to do something, and then by the time I'm ready to do it, I forget what I was doing. It's just what happens. Maybe it's just a way to save moms' brains and their sanities. But I could throw a bunch of stuff in front of you, and your peripheral will pick it all up. You're made to do it that way. So it's very important that you stay on course. Stay the course. So that was for Shelby. Let me run down here. I'm going to make sure I'm not missing anything. Going through stuff right now. Do you see? So Shelby, there we go. Okay, so you say you're going through stuff right now. There you are. Don't lose your focus. So Steph Selly, is it Selly? I hate tearing people's names up. I'm sorry if I do. So Steph is new. You never had a reading before. So Steph, the one thing for you that I'm picking up is that you are climbing up a ladder, and you've got a shoe on your left foot, your barefoot on your right. You've got a long pencil skirt on. So imagine trying to climb a ladder in a tight pencil skirt, how difficult that is to bend your knees. Okay, so there's difficulty climbing this ladder. Ladders always represent like work, education, finances, that sort of a thing. The fact that you wear a shoe on your left foot means that you are feeling, the good thing is, put it this way, the positive part of this is that the ability to be artistic and creative is unleashed. Like, you can do all of these things. It also means that there's a lot of passion that can go into you climbing this ladder. The problem is that the left side is wearing the shoe, which means you're restricted, and that would be the part that is trying to either understand or get others to understand where you're coming from. And that also probably comes with the fact that that's why you're trying to climb the ladder. So either you're trying to get a promotion, or there is a promotion coming up, and you are trying to, or will try to get people to understand, this is what I see, this is what I want to do, this is how I want to do it. And because you're not of that certain stature, or you're not in a position to present an idea or a project, people might not be listening. They may be ignoring you. At this point, I would also say do not propose anything unless you can put it in writing or put your name on it. Because if somebody overhears really good ideas, I mean, not that all people would do this, but some people would do, they'll just kind of take something and change it. Gotta be careful of that. Plagiarism sucks. Okay, so continue doing what you're doing as far as creativity, passions, because passions don't come from us. Passions are something that are downloaded from upstairs. God does this, and he's basically saying, well, I can't affect your free will, but I can inspire you, and I can give you passion. And all of a sudden we're like, oh my God, I'm so excited about this, and I can't wait to do it. I'm so excited to start this new diet. I'm so excited to start this new job. I'm so excited to make this new business work. There's, things that he pushes us through with those things. So that's what you have feeding you. Now it is following the path as it happens. And the fact that you got that pencil skirt on is basically saying you're going to have to climb the ladder slowly. There is no running up the ladder in that. It's a beautiful pencil skirt too. I should own one, but I'm not creative enough to draw it and have someone make it. So yeah. So let's see. Okay, let me go all the way back down here. Doug, it is I think they're like digging a hole for something. It's annoying. Yeah. No, actually, Steph, you know what? It's like a sand colored skirt, and it has these really pretty navy blue stripes just down the sides of your legs, and it makes you look like you're 10 feet tall. Yeah. I don't think it's a jackhammer. Oh, you know what it is? They're pounding a fence. That's what they're doing. They're pounding the fence in, the fence post. Yes. Yeah. All right. Let me shut. All right. You guys are so funny. All right. So, yes, and Doug is at work, and he's here. So, Doug, I can tell you this. Two things pop up for you. First, I feel like, I don't know why every time I see you, you look like you're on a road somewhere. I mean, always on a road. It looks different each time, but right now it's like a midnight, deep eggplant colored surroundings and sky. And I mean, I can only see so far into the distance. And then I see this like a giant bird. I'm like, if this is a raven or a crow, and it kind of fills my whole viewpoint. And first of all, birds represent messengers. They represent those who've passed over to give and bring messages. And part of the message that I get is for you to just, well, and also like ravens and magpies, they just are really excellent talkers. Like they learn and they speak, and they can just repeat so much. Very smart birds, blackbirds in general. And part of that message is to listen and to pay attention to what you are hearing, that it may come from, you may get a message from someone or something that you are least expecting, and to be smart with it, I would, and with the road kind of tapering off to almost a fog, it's so dark, to not take it too far, to really stay put and don't run with the message. So if somebody calls that you haven't heard from in a long time, or you get a message from someone you haven't heard from in a long time, do not jump up and be like, oh my God, don't do that. Just sit back and don't even reply. And you probably already have replied. Don't reply. Don't say anything. Don't do anything. Just wait and see if they try to get back to you again. Oh, Lord have mercy. If it's somebody from your past, you should definitely let that just stay in the past. Okay. Matt Kilfoyle, you're going to work. Okay. Possibly a phoenix. Doug, a big bird. Okay. Where was I? Matt. Okay, Matt, let's see. Matt, what's going on with Matt? Let's see. Matt. So Matt, the first thing that your guides do is put you on your beach, which is amazing because really nobody's on their beach today because I don't have much time. So you are in a pair of beige pants. You are in a white, would be a long sleeve shirt. You've got the sleeves rolled up. The collar is unbuttoned a little bit. You look very beachy. You just look like you belong on the beach. And you are standing like Peter Pan. You're on the beach and you're looking out on the water and you're checking. And the boat that's up in front is broken. In the middle, it's broken. And you look to be waiting for a ride. Like you're waiting for something else or someone else to show up. Barefoot's great. Nothing is holding you back right now. Nothing is preventing you from moving forward. There's no restrictions. It's very cool. I feel sunny too your energy feels very sunny, and I feel like exhilarated or excited. I feel like I can't wait to get out on the water. So there is definitely an opportunity coming. And the fact that I am not seeing the boat getting any closer means that it's anchored. The one that you're waiting for is anchored because this one here is broken. There's a purpose behind that. So if you're waiting for something, if you've applied for a job or if you've applied somewhere and you have not heard or you don't know what's happening, obviously this boat is broken so that you don't jump the gun. And the boat that's coming to fulfill that opportunity is anchored, meaning God's holding it out there so that you don't make a move too quickly. So whatever it is that you're waiting on is coming to you, but it's not in your time, it's in God's time. So figure out how to make things work and stretch until that boat arrives because it's coming. And these positive changes are coming for you. And it feels like it lifts you to a new level. There might even be a move in there as well. It's very cool. Never seen that before. It's very cool. So you understand what it's saying. Okay. That's good though. Matt, I can tell you that maybe this will help answer a little bit more for you. Maybe it'll help someone else as well. But we are going through a time, and it started maybe a year ago, but we are going through a time that's going to last throughout the rest of 2019 where you are going to see a lot of bad energy brought down and a lot of negative energies. And you know what happens before you get better? You get sick. You know, they always get sicker before they get better. If if you've got, like, if you're going through a detox, if you're going through something to clean something out, everything comes out in pimply form, and people break out, and it's because the body is expelling all of the garbage. Well, that's what's happening right now with the world. And so you will be dealing with having to, crap will be floating by, and you're going to have to jump over it as it's being expelled. And as long as you can maintain your composure and your wherewithal and just go, okay, I'm good. I'm going to stand right here and just figure out where all this is coming from. And I will duck, I will, tuck and roll, whatever you've got to do for right now while negative things are being removed. And that goes for people and situations. So maybe that helps you out there a little bit. All right. Somebody had said, thank you for coming, Ashley. Somebody else had said they were new. Somebody was here just now and said that they were new. I just saw her as I was skimming poo. As I was skimming poo. Yeah. Where'd she go? Back to work? What's up for me? Somebody had said that they were new. Debbie Norton. There we go. All right, so Lalanya is out, but that's okay. She's still here. She just can't hear us. So everybody can talk about Lalanya now. All right, Debbie Norton. There's several things. You have a lot of things, actually. And the visuals that I'm getting, if I told you what each visual was, it would make absolutely no sense. I would think it would make no sense. But one, you've got a child running you down a hall by the hand. Two, you're in the kitchen and it looks like things are being redone. I mean, there's just a lot going on. So home looks like it is being, either you're moving or you're about to move, you're going through things, you are, boxing things up. And it's like Tears of a Clown, Debbie. It's as if, and I use that because it's smiles and happiness in front of people, and then once alone, there's a lot of nostalgia, lots of memories, lots of things that'll flood in. And it's good that we go through those things. It's good that we deal with memories and such. It's just that you want to allow yourself enough time to do it, but you want to say, okay, enough is enough, I'm done. And that way you maintain control of it. Otherwise, darker things, they will play on any kind of vulnerabilities like that. And they will make you feel worse. And so you want to make sure that you're being careful when you are alone as to what you are dealing with. It just feels like a lot of memories. It's almost like feeling like somebody has passed and you have to go through their things. You have to sell it. That's what it feels like. Closing doors, boxes, locking things up. And you also, this child though, there's a child that is around you, and I'm not sure if this is a living child or not. It's very well a spiritual child that kind of grabs your hand and runs you down the hallway and laughs and giggles. So it makes me feel almost the way that it's repetitive, that you've got a child around you, and this very well might be a pregnancy that has been lost, and this child is still hanging out with you. And it's interesting, lifting you up. Smile, smile. And like you're looking down and this child is looking up going, smile, smile, like trying to push your. So there's a lot happening. You guys, I told you that Lala could read everything and that she couldn't hear it, but she was still there. I told everybody they could talk about you after you said you were muting it, Lala, and oh my God, that's funny. So Debbie, it is definitely a time of, um, and flowers, like wildflowers, mm, like daisy looking things, longer white petals. I don't know if it's a daisy, but it's longer white petaled things that I'm supposed to bring up to you, and what looks like, those look like a black-eyed Susans. They're purple, you know, with the black and the yellow center. I think that's what that is. I'm supposed to acknowledge those. And interesting. You have a lot going on. And I feel like, Debbie, I feel like you have several people coming through, like mother figures, mother energies coming through, mothering energies coming through. There's definitely two females and a male behind them. So everybody kind of pushing through the channels to say hello. And then the taste of it, I swear to you, it tastes like a Reese's peanut butter cup. It tastes like peanut butter and chocolate. So I'm supposed to acknowledge that stuff to you, Debbie. Um, okay, so let's see. What else? How much time do we have? A couple minutes left, all right. Um, Kirsten Luna, out of the canyon now. Canyon. Kirsten, let's take a peek here. I don't know if you've, they show you opening a book. So I'm wondering if this means that you have gone back to school or you're about to further your education, but your brain doesn't feel satisfied yet, meaning there is still something coming for you educationally. You're not done with school yet. Educationally, there is a lot of growth there for you. And doorways will open, and a lot of uh, a lot of the focus seems to be on a book. So this is definitely saying if you get the opportunity or if something occurs to further your education, up the education, absolutely do it. You just look like one of those people who part of your purpose, your part of your reasoning is this growth. All right. Okay. Um, Vivian, Vivian Gregory, you have this like spiritual energy around you, and it feels like I just walked into a room covered in rugs and tapestries and a table in the center with a crystal ball. That's what it feels like. It feels like I just walked into like a spiritual center. And it also feels like there's a lot of energies around you. So I would assume you already know that either you're communicating with them or that you're talking to people who have passed. And I'm supposed to confirm for you that you are talking to them, that you are hearing them, and that your intuitions are quite strong right now. And that you recognize the energy when it enters and leaves. So pay attention, like trust it. And also, your previous experiences are also going to help you right now to help others to discern what people are going through. And then you'll go, oh, I get that energy. I remember that energy. And then they'll show you a picture of something and you'll say, this is what you're talking about. Okay. And you'll be able to help a person based on what your guides are helping you to feel and then see, if that makes sense. So yeah, just jumping up here, making sure here. Okay. Um, so cool. All right. So I've been on for an hour. I am working on, I think, not this, not this Friday, next Friday. What is this Friday? This is the 30th is tomorrow. No, today's the 30th. 31st is tomorrow. Next Friday, I'm pretty sure I am doing a gallery here at night. I think that's when it is. It's either next Friday or the Friday after. But I am going to try to get on and do my thing here and on Facebook. So if you're, make sure you subscribe to both places so that if you're looking for a reading. If you're just happy with this place, then cool. Get onto the website, RebeccaFoster.co, and check the events page for things that are coming up, and that'll pretty much give you an idea as to when I'm doing the galleries. And I'm trying to think of what else. I don't think there's anything else. So thanks for joining me today, guys. I have some things I have to get done before children get home, and I have an hour to do it. So watch and pay attention to what you're feeling and thinking, and be wrong so that you can learn to be right. But being wrong is one of the things you want to do now. So you guys take care, and I will talk to you again soon. You know how to reach me. I'll talk to you guys later, and bye-bye. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Enjoy.